I'm an emotional intelligent dude. Why does it take a man to go the whole 90 feet of a basketball court for y'all to meet us at half court?
They say that they're emotionally intelligent just because they can identify what emotions they're experiencing. Emotional intelligence is two-sided. So it's not just about you identifying your emotions, it's about you identifying the emotions of another person as well. Being aware of another person's emotions, okay? Managing your emotions, understanding your influence and how your emotions can disrupt somebody else's emotional process. There are many women, when they see that there is really a man who is emotionally intelligent, that means that he can read me as well. Not only can he read me, but he can co-regulate. So he can regulate his emotions, but he can help me regulate mine because he understands this is an interdependent relationship. We're doing this as a we. If you are really emotionally intelligent, maybe you got a little more work to do when it comes to that, just based off of what it is that you said. I guarantee you women will naturally be attracted to you. They will come in like flocks if they see that, no, it's not just about him saying that, yes, I'm angry today. And so since I'm angry, I'm going to throw some things around, but I can identify that I'm angry. No, I'm angry and I'm regulating this and I understand how my anger is impacting you and that you are a part of my internal experience. So I need to make sure that you're good as well. If you do that, that woman will meet you way more than half court.
Shout out to Keita from tonight's conversation. She's not with them anymore, if I'm not mistaken. But I found this to be very interesting, and I wanted to expand on that just a little bit more. You know, to reach that level of clarity, you have to go through a whole lot of heartache because most of us never listen anyway. We go out into the world and we make our own choices and decisions erratically without being still long enough to really place certain things that we feel in the right categories so that we don't jump out of the window and get hit by ongoing traffic. And by ongoing traffic, I mean ending up in situationships with people that we shouldn't have, staying longer in friendships that were never friendships. We are very disorganized in terms of being functional in our own awareness. So I give you an example. If you grew up in a household and you saw nothing but dysfunction, but that's the way that you showcase love, you're going to go out into the world with that same mindset and ideology, and you're going to apply it to everybody else, assuming that's how they deal with the pressures of life, arguing, disagreements, etc., etc. You can't do that. What you find out the older you get is not only are you not right about everything, but you don't have as much control as you thought you did over yourself and over the decisions and actions of another person that decides to invest in you. What she's speaking about, to me, sounds like someone who was dealing with a woman who wants to pour into the person, but she doesn't feel safe. And because she doesn't feel safe, she can't fully give to him that way. And that could be the case here. Or it could be, and this is the part that she didn't bring up that I wanted to touch on, it could just be the very fact that the woman is not in a mature place to meet him where he is. This is what happens a lot of times in relationships all across the board. People do it all the time. You try to force people to be there with you, but they're not. You might be there. That don't mean they are. It might take them time to get to that point. They might not even get there. They might not even be receptive of you trying to get them there. So, there's a combination of variables here that could cause this friction between you and this person. And you wonder why you end up in people's personal spaces that you shouldn't, when you're not really doing the homework on yourself or them to find that balance. Just my 2 cents. Of course, I mean, there's more to just being angry and sad and horny and just, it's what you do with it. It's how you channel it, where the energy is getting tied into, how you're weaving all of these different elements into the person, into your life, into your purpose, into your design. It's all a part of a bigger plan, and you have to really be still long enough to understand that you have to have order within all of that. That's why, if you've ever been around someone who has a best friend or something like this and is legit, they finish each other's sentences off, the bullshit. It's because there's a unison with some people. They understand it. They know how to work off of each other because they're pouring back and forth. The reciprocity is even. There is nobody trying to one up the other person. So she's pretty spot on, very wise. I love this. I just wanted to add that extra because, bro, you could be doing everything right, but if she's not there, it ain't gonna make a difference. And you trying to force her to be there, it's not going to make a difference. That's going to make it worse sometimes. Anyway, I hope that helps. Holla.